Today, I'm here with Director of Career Services Amanda Gardner. Thank you for coming by today.
Thanks, Emily, for having me.
Now, today we're going to talk about the job hunting season, right?
Absolutely.
It has very recently opened for soon-to-be graduating Emory Henry seniors and seniors all over the country.
Definitely. It is season, definitely.
Have you been really busy? Have a lot of seniors come to talk to you about resumes and the hunt in general?
I've been extremely busy. I call it senior career services right now. So that's exactly who I'm seeing. Our seniors getting ready for the job search, even some that are going to graduate school but they want a summer job. So definitely meeting with a lot of those individuals.
And what are those individuals asking you and talking to you about?
First and foremost, resume. They want a great resume, and if they don't ask for a great resume, I say that is your key. You've got to be able to put your information down, your experience, your skills down on a sheet of paper, because that's what you're going to be sending into employers. So that's key.
So talking about resumes, we have my resume right here.
Definitely, yes.
So can we go through this and you know, tell me what you think about it and what maybe I could change?
Okay. I would hire you. No. Absolutely. Emily, you have a great resume. First and foremost, the top of the resume looks great. I want name and I want the information. I would stick like you have right here with one address, one phone number, and one email address. Some people like to put current and a permanent address. The main thing is I want employers to have one thing that they have to look at. If they are interested, I want them to call and email. Phone number, cell phone is probably the best. There's voicemail, and they can get you at any point in time. You've done a great job with putting your education there. That's going to be one of the first things that they do see on a resume. They want to know, are you soon to be graduating, or have you already graduated? You've got a great GPA. You've included the classes. That's what they want to see. And experience. If you don't mind, let me tell you a little bit about experience here. It's not necessarily just jobs that you've had, that you've been paid for. Experience is experience. So internships, volunteer, anything that you consider experience that you can apply to a job, that's what we want to see. So students out there that say, I don't have all of this experience, really they do, if they really take a look at it. So you've done a great job. Visually, it looks very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I know earlier when we were talking about the one-page versus two-page resume, tell me a little bit about that.
I definitely tell senior students to stick with a one-page resume. The thing is you have about 10 seconds to catch an employer's eye with a resume. If it's 2 pages long, that's just too distracting. Let's stick with a one-page resume, put the most important stuff first, and see if you get a call from that.
So what do you choose to cut in that case? Do you choose to cut experience or skills?
Neither. There are really creative ways to play around with a resume, and if anyone has come in to see me, they know they come in with a 2-page resume and we get it to 1 page without sacrificing any of the good stuff in the resume. There are things that we can consolidate, but an internship or an experience that is applicable to what they're looking for, that's going to be first and foremost. Everything else we're just going to consolidate into more shorter space.
Okay, well that sounds good. Now let's move on to maybe the actual job hunt.
Okay.
What are employers looking for these days?
Okay, well I just recently received an email from collegegrad.com where they actually surveyed some employers, and first and foremost is experience. They're not looking at GPA as much. They're not looking for I would say a certain skill base, but experience. So it would be experience, skills, and then how well you did in your academics. So if there's anything that I can say to students, be sure to get experience right now. If you don't have the experience, use this time after you graduate to find that first job that's going to get you that first stepping stone to get to what you're looking to do. So
when is the best time for seniors to start looking?
September of senior year.
Okay.
That's probably the optimal time. But as far as spring semester, that needs to be a focus. Getting a full-time job is a full-time job. You guys are very busy, but you've got to build in the time to find that job.
How long does it take? Say a senior starts sending out resumes in March. Okay, is that an acceptable time?
Yes,
okay.
March is a great time. That March-April time frame, I would prefer March, but definitely. You know, it depends on the type of company that they're looking at. Some companies do really quick turnaround with their human resources department. Others, it may be a month or 2 months before they actually hear something. So really, I can't say this is how long it's going to take, but just be patient.
How is the job market now? I know that we're kind of on the brink of a recession. Has that affected the jobs that are available?
Well, of course it has affected them in some way, some specific career areas, but as far as jobs, there are plenty of jobs out there. Main thing is I tell students, don't anticipate going out there and finding that awesome job the first go around. Build experience. There are jobs out there, build skills. Please build skills, okay? So that you can go out and say, well, I may not have the experience, but if you're looking for someone who can do the following, I have that ability. It doesn't matter if you do it at this place or that place.
Sure. Okay. Now let's talk about maybe some interviewing tips.
Okay.
Say there are 3 things that a job seeker needs to remember in an interview. What would you say those top 3 things are?
Prepare, prepare, prepare. Is that okay if they're all 3 the same?
Number 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Employers, when they are surveyed about what is it you're looking for when a person comes in for an interview, they want someone who is prepared. They've done their research online about the company. They know where they see their place in the company. Employers are going to say, why did you apply? What can you do for our company? You have to be prepared to answer those questions. So if I can be frank with you, it is prepare. Another thing is just to have the documents that you need. Have your information with you. A portfolio is fantastic, and I don't know if students know when I say a portfolio what I mean. Not only do art students have portfolios, everyone has portfolios. It's a great thing in an interview to have that, and they may say, well, tell us about a time you had to work with a team, or tell us about a project you were involved in. If you've got a portfolio and you can open that up and say, here's the flyer I created, here are the steps that I took, what a great way to present yourself to an employer.
Sure. Now, one last question.
Okay.
Today is the age of digital networking for our generation.
Definitely.
How do seniors prepare their social networking sites for curious employers?
Definitely. One thing that I tell students who come in to say, I'm ready for the job search, I say you have to get into the job search zone. So it's almost like a yoga pose. You are in the zone. You were thinking about it. Think about your networking sites. Think about MySpace and Facebook. If you don't think employers are on those, they are. They are looking and they're seeing what individuals are doing. So I would clean up those sites, make sure that I'm presenting the image that I want, as well as your email. Make sure that you use your EHC email address, or let's say amanda.gardner@gmail.com. No one's going to want to send to a funny type of email address. Also, the voicemail. If I can take just a second to talk about voicemail, be sure that your cell phone voicemail is just simple. Hi, you've reached Amanda Gardner. Please leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I don't know how many times I call seniors and other students and I listen to their favorite song for 2 minutes or things like that. Employers don't have time. They want to know that you're a professional and you're ready for the job search. So if I can leave that with saying, get in the zone.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for stopping by
today. Thank you.